welcome to the Burnham Brief for the week of Monday, April the 14th. I'm your host, Danny Burnham. We're going to give you a few news stories, worldwide, national, some sports, some tech, none of which involve anybody dying. We're going to bring you stories where nobody gets killed. That's what we do here. Starting off at the top in the world news, the one major story that we looked at is the global economic impact of President Donald Trump's new tariff policies. Nobody got killed, but this might hurt a little bit, right? Over the past week, Trump announced a 90-day pause on most new U.S. import tariffs, except for those from China, which has been raised to 125%. This move temporarily excludes smartphones, computers, and other electronic devices from the steep tariffs, providing relief to tech companies and financial markets. The announcement led to a significant rebound in U.S. stock markets after a period of volatility. Though concerns about potential recession and ongoing trade tensions with China remain high. In national news, the recent developments surrounding dire wolves have sparked global attention following claims by Colossal Biosciences, a Dallas-based biotech firm, that they have successfully de-extincted the species. That's wild, right? Dire wolves, which went extinct around 10,000 to 13,000 years ago, depending on which creation theory you believe in, were apex predators larger than modern-day gray wolves. Colossal announced the births of 3 genetically engineered pups, Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi, created from editing gray wolf genomes to include dire wolf traits using ancient DNA extracted from fossils. Who knows if that's really even a thing? Of course, there's some scientific debate that goes along with that. Experts remain skeptical about whether these animals can truly be considered dire wolves. Researchers argue that the pups are essentially modified gray wolves rather than authentic dire wolves. The edited genomes include 20 dire wolf species genes, specific genes, but scientists believe many more genes likely contributed to the unique characteristics of the extinct species. Critics have described Colossal's claims as misleading and emphasized that the project represents genetic engineering rather than true de-extinction. I'm all for technology, guys, but why don't we start with something besides an apex predator? Anyway, moving on into tech news. Nintendo has delayed the pre-order launch for Nintendo Switch 2 in the United States and Canada. Originally set for April 9th, 2025, the pre-order start was postponed as Nintendo assessed the impact of new tariffs introduced at the beginning of the month. The delays affect the U.S. and Canada, while pre-orders in the U.K. have proceeded as planned. Since April 8, 2025, Nintendo has not yet announced a new pre-order date for North America, but confirmed that the console's launch date remains June 5, 2025. The first batch of pre-order invitations in the U.S. and Canada is now scheduled to begin on May 8, 2025, with an additional invitation sent periodically thereafter. Priority for these invitations are given to customers with a paid Nintendo Switch Online membership of at least 12 months and who meet certain gameplay criteria. No bots or noobs need apply. In the sports world, Rory McIlroy made golf history at the 2025 Masters by finally completing the career Grand Slam, becoming just the 6th player ever and the first European to win all 4 major championships: the Masters, the U.S. Open, the Open Championship, and the PGA Championship. After an 11-year wait since his last major victory, McIlroy's triumph at Augusta National was dramatic and hard-fought. He began the final round with a 2-shot lead, but quickly lost it with a double bogey on the opening hole. Despite regaining a 4-shot advantage with 6 holes to play, a series of mistakes, including a bogey on the final hole, meant that he finished tied with Justin Rose at 11 under par after 72 holes. Imagine playing a bad round and coming in 11 under par. The championship was decided in a sudden death playoff on the 18th hole. Both players hit strong tee shots, but McIlroy's approach landed just 4 feet from the cup. Rose missed his birdie attempt, and McIlroy calmly sank his birdie, securing his green jacket and the elusive Grand Slam. The victory places McIlroy alongside Gene Sarazen, Ben Hogan, Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, and Tiger Woods as the only golfers to achieve the modern career Grand Slam. The win was especially emotional for McIlroy, who had endured several near misses at Augusta and described the final round as one of the toughest days of his career. His perseverance and triumph were celebrated as one of the most significant achievements in modern golf. There you have it. A whole bunch of stories from the world, national, and tech, sports, all types of fun stuff. Nobody died. Not one single person in this entire webcast, broadcast, podcast, this show. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. God bless you. Thank you very much.